Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think that William Ruto is doing it right? As when they meet with other African presidents, he always come out to speak eloquently on how they must come out to stop blackmail, frustration from these West countries. William Ruto is as if doing it differently. When they are in a meeting with these African presidents, he looks like someone who is so well conversant when it comes to the issues of Africa. But in real sense, William Ruto is a man that now these African presidents are no longer trusting him because during the day, he is speaking this. During the night, he is meeting these West countries. In other words, for example, when you look at the economy of Kenya, he is like a slave to IMF, where this International Monetary Fund is controlling everything, absolutely everything. And when look at the way William Ruto was so conversant on how these people should not capture the operation of a certain country in Africa, he was like someone or a president that understands what they need as Africans. So now as we speak, William Ruto has left the Kenyan economy to be controlled by IMF, and I want to tell you, IMF is going to bring down the economy of the Republic of Kenya. And they're going to destroy it completely because when look at the same time William Ruto is borrowing from IMF, they're coming out of their conditions. And their conditions are, you must ensure that you apply all our policies. And our policies is, you must tax in this area, you must put tax in this area, you must double taxation in this area, and that is what they are. So when William Ruto attended a meeting in South Africa, William Ruto was so eloquent, and he said this.
Economic commissions, about 6-7 people. But what happens continuously? When others want to engage with us, they don't want to deal with a troika. They want to invite 50 heads of state. So we go to a meeting, just explain to me what kind of outcome you expect where 50 heads of state are sitting. Everybody is asked to speak to 1.5 minutes. You speak to one for 1.5 minutes. What kind of engagement are you going to get? You're going to get nothing. Right? The best that you get is photographs. That's it. Precisely. You get these photographs, they normally line us up somewhere, crowd of 50 heads of state. And that's all we come home with, because there isn't time to engage. Any serious country that wants to engage with Africa, must respect first our architecture. If we have said we are going to be represented by the Troika, why are you inviting 50 people unless you want to sabotage the whole discussion?
When look William Ruto, people came out even appreciating his speech. But literally, is a president that cannot abide with his words. On this side, during the day, he is hitting these West countries. During the night, he is busy dining and wining with these West countries. It means he's like a lukewarm president, that whatever he's saying during the day is not whatever he's doing during the night. And whatever he's saying during the night is not what he's doing during the day. So you've even sensed that several presidents across Africa that are coming out to identify William Ruto as a betrayer, is someone that cannot be trusted. At first, he was like someone who could even come out to assist Africa to get out from this captivity economically, socially, and politically. But it seems like this man is still a slave to a certain West countries. As we speak now, William Ruto is so in touch with IMF. And IMF is an international monetary fund that now is capturing and controlling the economy of the Republic of Kenya. Because when you look at even the taxation of fuel levy, it is IMF that came out proposing that they must double it from 8% to 16%. As we speak now, the fuel levy taxation is now at 16%. Initially, it was 8%. So because William Ruto never came out implementing what he was so vibrant telling the IMF, and this is whatever he was busy telling IMF.
What we are saying is different. It's not what you're saying. You're saying is good, but it's not what you're saying. We are not saying that we continue to have what the taxes France is paying, the taxes Kenya is paying in the current setup. Those are national issues. We need a financial transaction tax at a global level where even countries like Kenya pay. We do not want anything for free. You will pay more eventually because you have a bigger economy. We will pay commensurate to our economy. And we want those resources controlled not by IMF and World Bank. Because IMF and World Bank, you have the final say. We don't have no say. We want another organization of equals, where you have as much say because you pay, as much as we do because we also pay. That's the organization we are looking for. And that is why we are saying we need a new financial architecture, where governance, where power is not on the hands of a few people. We can agree on the governance of the institution. We can agree on the sharing of power so that all of us have access to resources that go to making sure, number one, renewable energy. We invest in decarbonization. Number two, adaptation, mitigation, smart agriculture. Number three, restoring our planet, restoring our biodiversity, and making sure our carbon sinks work. This is what we are saying, and we would appreciate a little understanding. We want to be, we are talking the normal. If we continue talking the normal, Emmanuel, we will never solve this problem. Things are not going forward, they are going backwards. Tokenism, installment will not solve this problem. We have a much bigger problem than the installment we are discussing here will solve. You're not hearing us.
I will, if I may.
Yeah.
Then, it means that William Ruto is just lying to us. And that is why African presidents are trying to distance themselves from William Ruto. And we have evidence. A country that IMF is controlling an economy, mark my words, they have always failed terribly. And if you look at even the way the economy of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto does not have a strength to change even that tax levy. He doesn't have. William Ruto does not have even strength to stop the budget bill. And that is why, during that discussion of budget bill in National Assembly, William Ruto was so furious that any member of parliament from his camp to come out and reject the finance bill was going to face the consequences. Either you are not going to have development in your areas, or rather CDF. So as we speak now, when we look at even the way the economy of the Republic of Kenya is, it is controlled by IMF. Because immediately William Ruto was sworn in, what he did was absolutely to start borrowing. And William Ruto is standing at 1.5 trillion Kenya shillings since he was sworn in the office. One thing that I wanted to understand why William Ruto is lying to African presidents, the economy of the Republic of Kenya is a big problem for him to fix. In other words, he is unable to fix the economy of the Republic of Kenya. Initially, when he was campaigning, he was like someone who understands how to fix the economy of the Republic of Kenya, because you could even see him coming out to offend the previous regime where he was the deputy president. So I felt like the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was not understanding on how to fix the economy of the Republic of Kenya. So now he's the president. To fix the economy of the Republic of Kenya is a big problem for him. He has left the economy of Kenya to be controlled by IMF. On this side, the World Bank is warning William Ruto about IMF, but still is not listening. At the same time, is coming out to tell presidents, African presidents, on how to deal with economy. Yet his economy, where he's the president in Kenya, he has not come out to actualize and stabilize it. It is a big problem for William Ruto to stabilize the economy of the Republic of Kenya. In other words, William Ruto has left these West countries to control the economy, to control the political status of Kenya, and to control the social life of Kenya. And that is why some cultures are being adopted. And he's being told, if you don't adopt, then we cut off the funding. When you look at the political stature of Kenya, it is certain West countries that certain speculations are coming in that US supported William Ruto to be the president because they felt like William Ruto was going to be the ambassador when it comes to their issues in Africa. But remember, these countries in Africa, by their present, they are feeling like William Ruto's trajectory is not on their path, the way they are thinking. You saw even the president of Eritrea coming out to not to accept the kind of direction that William Ruto is following. You've seen even the president of Uganda, a good friend of William Ruto. Today, as we speak, they normally don't have that frequent visitation, the way they had that time when William Ruto was the deputy president. But now, Museveni is feeling like this person is so much following the directions of these West countries. Because you've seen even Museveni so eloquent, not accepting any kind of interference of these West countries in Uganda. You've looked at, even when you look at the issue of Rwanda, the President Kagame has been so eloquent. Even you've seen several videos where he's been not tolerating these West countries. You've seen even the President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. It seems like he's projecting like he's a good friend of Russia. And that is why, when look at even the importance of William Ruto coming out to tell this African president that, look, we cannot accept to be blackmailed, we cannot accept to be frustrated, but at the same time, he's bowing before these people. So William Ruto is showing that a kind of person who is lukewarm. During the day, he's saying this. During the night, he's saying this. Whatever he's saying during the night, he's not doing it during the day. At the same night, he's not doing it. So he's just someone who wants to be a celeb president. He just wants to be a celebrity. At the same time, he's the president. but is not doing whatever it is expected. So, in other words, William Ruto is failing terribly in terms of economy, fixing the economy of the Republic of Kenya, and is going to take time because William Ruto has accepted to bow before these people. And his intention to fix the economy is not in terms to whatever he's doing. Because it seems like if he's not going to relate with these West countries, then he's going to fail it big. So, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps that is my opinion. What is your opinion? You can give your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet on another video.